What week is this again? This is week 19, but I'm actually 20 weeks into this challenge, because guess what? I didn't do this last week, and I truly I don't apologize, I just didn't want to do it. What do you think about that? Okay, now I apologize, because I'm starting to sound like a dick. But yes, this is week 19, or part 19 of the challenge, whatever you want to call it. And this week's movie is Resident Evil Afterlife. Yeah. I'm glad I took that week off. I don't even know what to begin with this movie. Jesus. Here's a fun little fact. I actually had 2 chances to review this movie in the past. This movie actually came out around the same time as when I started this channel on YouTube. The first time I saw this movie, I saw it in theaters, thank goodness, for free, but not in 3D. And I was still kind of new, I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't, and I kind of skipped my chance on reviewing this movie. So then it came out on Blu-ray. I had a friend who worked for a video store at the time. He brought me a copy of it. I watched it for a second time, and I actually recorded a review, but it was more like a 40-minute rant, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna fucking edit this shit, no, forget it. But now, because I've seen this movie a 3rd time in my life, oh, its ass is mine. So just to give you a recap of the previous 3, even though, yes, I did review them on this challenge. The first one, I liked it. I think it's a solid horror film. It's got plenty of action. It's a lot of fun. The second one is completely ridiculous and over the top, but yet still fun and enjoyable. It's a guilty pleasure. The third one, what was that? Extinction? Yeah, it's definitely not a great movie, but it's still slightly passable. But now we come to the fourth one. Afterlife. Oh shit. Now forget the plot of the film, as if there were one. What's more interesting is the sinister real-life plot of Paul W.S. Anderson and his producers and their plans on continuing this franchise even though it's clearly going nowhere. I'm sure someone in the group suggested that Afterlife be the final Resident Evil film and that Milla Jovovich and her husband can collaborate on other projects, and then came Anderson's version of Three Musketeers. Boy, that's something I'd like to forget. After that, no doubt Anderson probably had that poor fool shot. I mean, seriously, at this point in the story, what's the point? The world has gone to hell. 95% of the world is inhabited by zombies, and yet Umbrella is still up to no good? What the fuck? The perfect way to know that they are dragging this shit out to an excessive degree is, by the end of Extinction, Alice finds out that Umbrella was cloning her because they wanted her powers or some shit. She gets access to her clones, calls Umbrella, and says, hey, guess what? Me and my 100 cells are gonna come and destroy you, once and for all. And I'm thinking, cool, bunch of little badass Alices running around destroying Umbrella. That's a good way to end the franchise. Could be a kick-ass finale, but no! The first ridiculous laugh-out-loud action scene involves all the little CGI Alice's attacking a facility of Umbrella's in Tokyo. The place is destroyed along with the clones, but yet Umbrella is still up and running elsewhere. That just shows you that Umbrella cannot be stopped, and neither can this movie series and its stupid wasted ideas. Now I can sit here and tell you about all the ridiculous amounts of slow motion, which probably adds to like a half hour of the film's running time. I can tell you about the bad acting, the cheap wire work, the bad editing, the plot holes, and just how really stupid this movie is. But the truth is, it doesn't matter what I say. It's the fact that if you haven't seen this movie, I mean, it's something that you really have to see to believe. It's something that you'll watch and be like, are you fucking serious? You know how they say some movies have style over substance? Well, this movie has style over logic and common sense. Everything is done to the extreme, no matter how stupid it is. The film comes off as a parody sometimes. You see, Alice has her powers taken away, but yet she's still able to do all these death-defying things and these gravity-defying things. She's an expert marksman. It's like, really? Did you really take her powers away? Because I don't see that. The action in this film is so dumb, and yet they expect the audience to buy it. I can handle, tolerate, and even enjoy some pretty dumb action, but this thing just goes beyond all comprehension. The movie does make me shake my head and laugh, though. I actually yelled out, "That's bullshit," during one scene in the movie theater, And I never do that. In a scene where the survivors are on the roof of their location and a horde of zombies is rushing them, they crack a few and then Alice tells the survivors to go into the elevator even though it has no power, but that's okay, because what she does is she takes a bomb, a C4 bomb, and throws it on the roof of the elevator, causing the, not the death of the people in the elevator, but the cable to snap and the elevator to plunge downward, I don't know, 20-something stories. They land in water because the first floor is flooded, and you would think, oh yeah, people would be crushed at that moment, but no, these guys are fine. During that scene, I yelled out, "That's bullshit!" And again, I never do that. The best way to see this film, and this would be the only way I would ever see this piece of shit again, is to gather up friends, get some drinks in your system, and do some commentary on that bitch. If you enjoy this film, seriously, that's on you. I'm not gonna judge you, it's your opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But the thing is, you have to really suspend all belief. It's fucking stupid. The one thing I never want to hear a person say, okay, fine, this might be a guilty pleasure, but please never ever say that Resident Evil Afterlife is a good movie. I've heard people say that, and it pisses me off. It's not a good movie. It could be fun for some, but no. It's not a good movie. A few things I'll give it though. I love the soundtrack. The score is badass. There are times where the film looks beautiful, especially on Blu-ray. It has a great presentation. And the last thing is, and this isn't really a compliment, it is very memorable. Definitely not for the right reasons, but it's so memorable in the fact that you're like, did they really just film that? Did they really just show that to you? There is actually a full solid half hour with no action and just bad dialogue and bad acting, and when I first saw this movie and I saw that it actually sets up for a sequel, which we're gonna get in a few weeks, that just really blew my mind. The series, it's never gonna die. Anyway, then you wrap this up. There's so much I could say about this thing, but what's the point? I am gonna give it a 1.5 out of 5. I totally forgot about that big dude with the hammer, but nah. I feel great. I feel liberated once again. I finally got this out there. Oh god, this movie, Jesus. It's done. But the worst is yet to come for me. Next week, even though I'm glad I went a long time without this asshole, but guess what? The final films in this challenge are 2 overball movies. Blood Rain 3 and In the Name of the King 2. God. And there's only one more video after that, and that's gonna be for Mortal Kombat Legacy. Not an actual film, but it's something that I want to see and do. And I might go see Resident Evil Retribution. I really hope I can get a free screening for that one though. So anyway, I will bring you a video next week, so don't worry. Until then, I'll catch you guys later. Woo!